What's going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and real quick before we get into anything on this video, just want to say that there will be no giveaway from the previous video in this one. So I have first off the line Origins coming later this week, so I'm going to save the giveaway from last video and do it in that one, just because I'm not sure how long this video is going to take. If it's going to be like a 20-minute video, I just want to save the giveaway for another one. So be on the lookout. If you left your comment on the previous video, be on the lookout for that giveaway coming in a few days when I do get first off the line Origins in. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this one. So no products in this one. There hasn't really been a ton of stuff coming out recently that I've been interested in, especially as far as basketball goes. I think there's actually maybe only one or two products left from this past season. So I figured I would just take this opportunity and talk about guys from the previous season, so rookies this past season, who are gonna be sophomores. So I wanted to talk about the top 10 guys that I'm looking to pick up who will be sophomores. So I came up with a list of 10 guys whose Prism silver cards are $20 or less. So we'll go ahead and get into it, and definitely let me know in the comments if I'm right, if I'm wrong, if you think I missed anyone. I wanna know who you guys are looking to pick up and who you think might be undervalued. So that's kind of what I did. Again, I'm not telling anyone to go out and get these guys. Just these are guys who I like, who I think have a lot of potential, and who could be stars down the road. And these could be some good investments. So just my opinion though. So let's go ahead and get into it. And if you see me looking down, I have notes on all these guys. So it's kind of a lot of players and a lot of stuff to remember. So if I'm looking down, I'm just looking at some notes I wrote down. So the first guy that we're gonna get into is Mo Bamba. And I have his Prism base just for visual reference. That's not the silver. But his silver is going for about $10 right now. And he is actually the highest draft pick on the list. So he was drafted at number 6 in last year's draft. And he is a center, and centers don't typically get a ton of love as far as value goes. So that's why he is at number 10, but obviously he was drafted number 6. He's super long and athletic. He has a lot of potential. And again, he's also kind of on the defensive side. So being a center, being more of a defensive player, those type of guys don't usually get a ton of love on the value of their cards. So anyway, I still wanted to include him. I definitely think he has a ton of potential. So that is number 10. And next guy we have is number 9. We have Devonte Graham. So I actually do have his silver. He's one of the few guys on this list that I do have his silver prism. So Devonte Graham checking in at number 9 for the Charlotte Hornets. He was a second-round pick out of Kansas. And his silver prism, so this card right now on eBay is going for about $2. So I figured why not? It's basically a steal of a price. You could pretty much get 5 of his silver prisms for the price of 1 of any other guy on my list. So like I said, Devonte Graham, he's a second round pick. Didn't get a ton of minutes his rookie season. He kind of bounced back and forth from the G League. But he did, when he got his opportunity, he played pretty well. He averaged about 5 points a game. And I feel like he has a lot of upside. Terry Rozier, the Hornets just traded Kimba for Terry Rozier, my guy from Louisville. So Devonte Graham's minutes are definitely going to pick up. The Hornets might be one of the worst teams in the NBA, so he's definitely going to get some opportunities there. But that's pretty much all I have to say on Devonte Graham at number 9. And then at number 8, we have Hamidou Diallo. As much as it pains me to take a UK guy in my top 10, Diallo just has a ton of upside. He's a slam dunk champ, so we all know he's like crazy athletic. His Prism Silvers are going for about $5. So again, super cheap. Why not pick up a couple? There's a lot of potential there. So we all know he's super athletic. He actually had the best vertical out of last year's class. So he's just a human highlight reel. And like I said, ton of potential. He's also not on a great team with the Thunder. So he's gonna get a lot of minutes, a lot of opportunity. And moving on, that's number 8. So number 7, is my guy, Wendell Carter Jr. There is his Prism base, and he's another high draft pick on the list. So Mo Bamba earlier was at 6. Wendell Carter was right after him at number 7. Finished in the top 5 in a couple rookie statistics like rebounds and block shots. So I think that kind of says a lot if you are hurt a lot of the season and you still finish top 5 in a few statistics. So when he did play, he had a huge impact. Again, he's not on one of the greatest teams in the Bulls. They're a little bit better than like the Hornets and Thunder, in my opinion. But being on one of those teams and that's not awesome, he's going to get a lot of opportunity. He's going to get a lot of minutes. So his wingspan is actually 7'5", so super long wingspan, and kind of similar to Mo Bamba. He's kind of more on the defensive end, so not getting a ton of love as far as the value goes. I think that's kind of goes hand in hand with him being hurt a lot of the season, and then just being like a bigger guy and kind of more on the defensive side. So his Prism Silvers are actually going for right around $10 right now. So that is Wendell Carter Jr. at number 7. So next guy on the list we have is number 6, and that is Miles Bridges. So another guy for the Hornets. And so we had Devontae Graham earlier. We have Miles Bridges now. And again, the Hornets are probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league. So I figured they're rookies from this past season. They have a year of experience. They're going to get a lot more playing time. Miles Bridges is one of those guys, again, like Diallo, he was in the dunk contest. He has some incredible dunks, super athletic, and he's a guy that wants to win. I remember hearing a quote from him when he wasn't on like the first or I can't remember. He wasn't on the first or second all-rookie team, and he was like, don't feel sorry for me. I didn't play well enough. I need to earn that and stuff like that. So I like that. I think he's one of those guys that wants to work hard and win. So checking in at number 6, that's Miles Bridges. All right, so the next guy checking in on the list at number 5 is a bit of a dark horse, and it is Alonzo Trier for the Knicks. So a lot of people might have been expecting me to pick Kevin Knox for the Knicks, but I feel like his value of the Prism Silvers is already pretty close to like $30, $35, and I wanted to keep it around like 25 max. So I went with Alonzo Trier. His Prism Silver prices right now are going for about $10, and he actually went undrafted, and the Knicks picked him up, and he definitely made the most of it. He averaged 11 points in 22 minutes played, and then he can also shoot the 3, so he shot the 3 at about 40%. So he is a definite scorer, and he's one of those guys. If you watch some of his highlight clips, he is just a super hard worker. He wants to outwork everyone. So I think he definitely has some potential to be in the league a while. So that is Alonzo Trier checking in at number 5. All right, so the next player on the list checking in at number 4 is Colin Sexton. So we have his base Prism card there. Get a look at that. So his Prism Silvers are going for right around $20 right now. And the reason why I put Colin Sexton on here is because he's pretty much the best player on his team there in Cleveland. Again, you'll notice a trend. A lot of these guys are on not so great teams, and Colin Sexton is no different. So a lot of these guys are guys who I feel like are going to get a ton of minutes and a lot of opportunity to put up some points. And that's what people like, are people that score a lot. So we have Colin Sexton on here at number 4. Like I said, he's pretty much the best player on his team. And he started off a little shaky last year, but then towards the second half, he really picked it up and finished strong. He was averaging like 22 points a game there at the end of the season. So he is a for sure scorer, solid defender, and I think he's going to be in the league for a while. So that is number 4, checking in, Colin Sexton. The next guy on the list checking in at number 3, we have Lonnie Walker. And I feel like people weren't really sure about him last year. He was hurt, I think pretty much all of the season. I don't know if he might have played in the G League a little bit, but then he just came back and absolutely tore up the Summer League. He averaged 30 points a game in the Summer League, which is pretty awesome. And I don't know if you remember, the last San Antonio Spur that I remember destroying the Summer League was a guy named Kawhi Leonard. So if Lonnie Walker is anything like Kawhi, his Prism Silvers could be very, very valuable down the road. And I don't know if I mentioned his Prism Silvers right now are going for about 20. So not too bad considering what he just did in the Summer League, which, like I said, was 30 points. So that is Lonnie Walker checking in at number 3. And the next guy on the list we have at number 2 is Anthony Simons. So there is his base Prism. Get a good look at that. So Anthony Simons, his Prism Silvers are going for about $20 right now, which is not too bad considering he also just absolutely tore up the Summer League. So he averaged 22 points a game, kind of similar to Walker. We weren't really sure about these guys because they didn't get a ton of playing time last year, and then they came in the Summer League and absolutely lit it up. And Simons did get to play a little bit last year, so he had a huge game at the end of the season when they were basically resting Lillard and CJ McCollum, and he had like a 40-point game. So everyone thought that he could be awesome, but they weren't really sure. And then he kind of solidified that in the Summer League. So he can shoot the 3, he can attack. He's a very impressive offensive guy. And he's also very young, so he actually did not go to college. He is out of IMG Academy. So he skipped college and went to a year of prep school. So he's only like 19 years old, 19, maybe 20. And then, so that's it on Simons, just checking in at number 2. And the last guy who I have at number 1, who I'm gonna be looking to pick up, is I think an absolute steal right now. And that is Landry Shamet for the Clippers. So right now, Landry Shamet's Prism Silvers are going for about $10. And I kind of think Landry Shamet is like a Klay Thompson shooter. He is a lethal 3-point shooter. I think he was he had the best 3-point percentage. Maybe Kevin Huerter. Don't quote me on that. I probably should have checked. But either way, he was for sure at the top of the 3-point percentage for rookies. Not to mention, he's also on probably what's going to be the best team in the league in the Clippers. So they have Paul George, they have Kawhi, they have Montrezl Harrell. So he is on an unbelievable team. So if they do make a deep run in the playoffs and he gets a lot of playing time and he's knocking down some threes, hitting some clutch shots, his value is going to skyrocket. So I think right now Landry Shamet is an absolute steal, and that is why he is my number 1. So like I said, his Prism Silvers are going for $10 right now, right around there, 10, maybe 15. So I am definitely going to be looking to pick up some Shamets. And that's going to do it for the top 10 list of guys who I am looking to pick up. I will probably do another list of this upcoming class's rookies, so with Zion, all those guys. So be on the lookout for that, maybe in a few weeks or a month or so, once those products start coming out. But definitely let me know if you enjoyed the video, if you want me to do more videos like this. And if I missed anything, if I left anybody out that you think should have been on the list, definitely let me know. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks.